Welcome to the Manifestation Babe podcast. My name is Catherine Zinkina, and I'm a manifestation expert, master mindset coach, and multiple seven-figure entrepreneur. I'm obsessed with helping you achieve everything that you once thought was impossible. If you're looking to massively up-level your life, your finances, your relationships, your productivity and success, then you have come to the right place. My goal in this podcast is to help you see the infinite potential within yourself to be, do, and have anything that your heart desires. Think of this podcast as your weekly dose of mindset development to help you maximize who you are and where you're going. Leave it to me to provide you with the tools, the resources, the strategies, and teachings that you need to manifest a reality wilder than your wildest dreams. I know we're about to have so much fun together, so thank you so much for pushing play today, and now let's begin. Hello, my beautiful souls, and welcome back to another episode of the Manifestation Babe podcast. I just wanted to come on here and record a super short episode that is the most powerful reframe that I have received in the last couple of weeks that have been an absolute game changer for how much peace I have around how I show up on social media. So I don't know about you, but I'm one of the girlies who doesn't always want to be online. I feel like I am more of the inconsistent type where one week I will talk my ass off on social media and the other week I just want to hide. And it's not like I want to hide. It's just that I want to be in my energy. I want to be in my cave. I want to keep to myself. I just want to be in my own head, in my own thoughts. I don't have anything to say. I'm just processing things, and I have judged this cyclical nature of myself, this rhythmic nature of myself for so effing long. I'm not even joking. I used to criticize myself because I would compare myself to people in my own industry and outside my industry, just people on social media in general who are showing up on stories every single day, talking nonstop, showing their day in the life. They're making vlogs, they're posting nonstop content. This is something that they're doing themselves, right? I have a team. And so just a side note, when I was taking a sabbatical for my business, a lot of people are like, Catherine, you never left. No, girl, like I was gone for 4 months. It was my team who took over, right? So I'm not talking about the delegation and these amazing things that we can do to carry on our business while we are not present online. I'm talking about the content where I am speaking directly to my audience. I'm interacting with my audience. I'm engaging my audience. This is content that I am sitting down and creating myself. I've just been so super inconsistent for as long as I can remember. Actually, for as long as I realized that I don't have to do anything from obligatory energy and that my best self does not come through when I'm forcing myself to be online. So when I give myself permission to go radio silent on the internet and not story or show up for days at a time, sometimes weeks at a time, and have my team support me in any which way. Sometimes they don't. We just let the Instagram be in radio silence. I used to judge the fuck out of myself, being like, Catherine, you are missing out. You are losing out on people. You are disconnecting from people. You're not capturing, you're not taking out this big net of capturing people into your sphere because you're not putting yourself out there. I used to think that that's what that meant until one day I had a coaching session. And I've had this coaching session months ago now. I don't know why this just came to me to record in an episode, this powerful breakthrough. But I feel like if you are someone who's also inconsistent online or feels like they need to be super consistent, like themselves, like individually, in order to create success in their life, in order to grow a business, I want to be that cycle breaker for you. I want to show you that it is possible for you to be yourself and to be extremely successful. Okay. Here's the reframe that changed everything for me. I had a coaching session with my now really good friend, Allie Ninfo. If you don't know her, I believe her Instagram handle is at Allie Ninfo, I believe. She's also on TikTok. That's how I came across her. And we also share a coach. So we're both coached by Andrea Crowder. And long story short, I had a session with her because she's an intuitive, she's a psychic medium, and I wanted her to come in and do a reading for me, like energetically. Why is my body not releasing weight? And we had a whole session around how it had to do a lot with criticism. I was really criticizing myself. I was criticizing people in my life. It was this fear of loss of control. Like I really wanted to control every aspect of my life. And me being a manifestation coach who feels like she's done such a great job of surrendering up until this point, I remember looking at her and being like, what, really? And then realizing, you know what? Yeah, lately I have been complaining a lot. Lately I have been looking at myself and just saying really negative things to myself. It's like, we're not immune. Everyone goes through these cycles and seasons of like kind of forgetting what they know, forgetting what they teach, forgetting what they've embodied up until that point. And it's kind of like a deepening of those lessons. It's a deepening of the knowings. It's a deepening of the embodiment. And so I was like, you know what? You're right. Totally. And I forgot how this came up, but she was tuning into the fact that I was criticizing myself for not being more consistent and not being more in the spotlight and being a little bit more quiet and just not talking as much in stories. Like I used to post on stories every single day, all day long, like talking so much to my audience. And like lately I've just been wanting to just be with my family and just take in life and not have to have my phone out. And I go through seasons where it's like, I can't put my phone away. I have so much to say and so much to share. And I love those seasons. If you're familiar with human design, that's where the 2-4 or the 4, sorry, there's so much missing context if you're not familiar with human design, but just bear with me. My line 4 comes through where I'm like this networker. I have so much to share. I'm very extroverted. And then I have a line 2, which is the hermetic side of myself. It's more of the hermit. It's more internal. It's more of that cave personality, which I've reframed. I don't want to sit in a fucking cave. I sit atop a villa up on a hill. That's where I am. I'm up on a hill in a villa, beautiful views. I'm just taking in the views and just doing my thing. And so she was asking me, what is the gift of that? And I forgot what I said, but all of a sudden I forgot, like she was saying something and then all of a sudden it hit me and I looked at her and I said, Allie, oh my God. I am the reality TV show that everyone is dying to tune into. And she looked at me and she's like, yeah. And I went, listen, Allie, I saw that there's a new season of Love is Blind coming up in 2 weeks. And she went, what? I love that show. Oh my God, seriously, 2 weeks? I'm like, yes, I'm the weirdo who puts the shit on my calendar. I remember the dates of my reality TV shows that come out. I'm just such a sucker for reality TV. I don't know if it's like a feminine thing where a lot of those who are more feminine in their core, there's this thing that Allison Armstrong teaches where we really like the way that a lot of women relax is they get into other people's lives. That's why we love reality TV show. We get really enthralled and really fascinated by how other people live. And it's kind of like a disconnect from our own life. And we release a lot of stress in that way. So I don't know how many of you out there are reality TV show lovers, but it's me. Okay. I love reality TV show. Not all the garbage I watch, but I'll watch Selling Sunset. I'll watch the Kardashians. I'll watch Love is Blind. I love the psychology behind it. And I said, Allie, look at the way that you and I are like dying to tune into the next episode, into the next season. We're like counting down. It's on my calendar. We're so excited to tune into the next season. If this was a show that was on every single day, all day long, 365 days a year, we would not be as interested in tuning in. But the fact that it's not always on and a season comes and everyone tunes in, everyone's excited, everyone's gobbling it up, everyone's binging it in the middle of the night, they can't get enough. And then the season comes to a close. And then we wait for the next season. And that's me. And that could be you too, right? If this is a struggle that you're having, like this is a reframe for you too. You are the reality TV show that everyone is dying to tune into. So you're not inconsistent. Okay. You're not hiding. You're not afraid. There's nothing wrong with you. You are wired perfectly in the way that you are wired to experience the utmost success that you were destined to experience. There's nothing wrong with you. You are the hottest shit that people can't wait to get their hands on. They're constantly wondering what you're up to. And the fact that you're not always showing everything nonstop, boring the shit out of them, because people eventually get tired of watching that which is constantly on 24/7. You are the mysterious, alluring essence that people just can't wait to get their hands on. And I want you to use this. If this resonates with you, I want you to use this as a superpower, knowing that your presence is always wanted online. People can't wait to buy from you. They can't wait to find out what you're doing next. They can't wait for your next launch. If you believe otherwise, that's why the results show up otherwise. Our reality is always matching our beliefs. It's not that our beliefs are matching life. Life matches our beliefs. So if you believe that there is something wrong with you and you are inconsistent, you are hiding and you're afraid and then yeah, of course, if you start losing followers or if you're not growing as fast enough or people are not engaging with your content as much, that's just a result of the way that you see yourself. But if you start to see yourself in this very high vibe, high frequency, very illuminating perspective, from the perspective of God, from the perspective of the universe, from the perspective of love and of truth, and the fact that your success is inevitable, then guess what? Those moments when you're not active online, you're going to come back and be like, holy shit, look at all these DMs. Look at all these followers. My content is working for me. The content that I created out of genuine energy, not obligatory energy, but genuine energy. The content that I created because I wanted to create it, the algorithm worked for me. There's no need to complain about the algorithm. The algorithm is either working for you or it's not. And when you are approaching your social media strategy from a place of my social media works for me, I don't work for my social media, that's when everything grows. Whether you are 100% present on there, blabbing nonstop, sharing content nonstop till you fucking turn blue in the face or not, right? And this was such a game changer for me. And I noticed this, I especially started to notice this even more because before I was getting so down in the dumps of like, oh my God, my likes aren't as high. My comments aren't as high. People aren't DMing me as much and people aren't responding to me as much. And since I started to implement this in the last few weeks, it's like I come back online. First of all, the content that my team creates is killing it. It's slaying. It's doing so well. It's working for me because that's the fucking business, right? I have team members who are part of the mission with me. I don't want to say working for me. I really don't like this hierarchical viewpoint. We're working together. They're working with me. And magic is being created on my part, on my behalf, without me being actively there. And then when I show up from genuine energy, it just skyrockets even more. And it's magical. So that's my reframe for you. I hope that was helpful. Remember, you are the show that everyone is dying to tune into. You are not a fucking commodity that just is always there and people just take for granted. And they're like, oh my God, here she is again. No, you are the hot commodity. You are the shit. You are the catch. You are the one that everyone is waiting for. And that's the fucking truth. All right. I hope you enjoyed this little mini episode. I hope this resonated and was helpful. If not, it was helpful for me. So I just want to put it out there on record. I love you so much. Thank you so much for submitting your amazing questions. If you didn't know, you could submit a question to the podcast and I will answer it. I haven't started doing that yet, but I have started to review your questions and they're amazing. You can find the link to do that in the show notes, where you can literally send me a voice note and I will feature that voice note and respond to it as if I'm sending you a voice note back. So it's kind of like we're texting each other, but everyone gets to benefit from it. And this was inspired by so many of my friends are constantly texting me and asking for advice or coaching or whatever. And it's like so many amazing coaching moments have happened in my text trains. So I want to bring that to the podcast. And then as always, your reviews are amazing and so helpful. I'm so grateful for you. Wow. It's just magical. All right. I love you all so much. And also, okay, I'm going to keep blabbing. I need to cut myself off. Okay, let's keep this concise, short, juicy. We're done here. Catherine, go. All right. Love you. Mwah. Bye. Thank you so much for tuning into today's episode. If you absolutely loved what you heard today, be sure to share it with me by leaving a review on iTunes so that I can keep the good stuff coming your way. If you aren't already following me on social media, come soak up the extra inspiration on Instagram by following @ManifestationBabe or visiting my website at manifestationbabe.com. I love and adore you so much and can't wait to connect with you in the next episode. In the meantime, go out there and manifest some magic.